So we are with Dr. Kenneth Samada. He is an internist, at the same time expert ng oncology or cancer. Sir, how long have you been practicing oncology?
So I have been an oncologist since probably 6 or 7 years already.
Is it concentrated on lung cancer?
Okay, so good question. So here in the Philippines, kapag nag-aral po tayo ng medical oncology, usually we treat all types of cancers. But 2023, I went to Canada. So I trained specifically for lung cancer, for thoracic oncology. So that was a 1-year fellowship training. And then I came back po last year dito sa Philippines.
Okay, so alam naman siguro lahat ng tao na lung cancer is one of the top diseases na nakakause ng death sa Filipinos.
Indeed, so number of new cancer cases, number 2 siya after breast cancer. But tama kayo sir, no? In terms of mortality, number of patients with cancer who died, mas number 1 si lung cancer. So mataas siya.
Oh, bakit kaya? Kasi nakikita ko, I've been to Turkey, no? Kasi parang 90% of their population, they smoke.
Yeah.
Pero yung prevalence ng cancer, hindi ganun katindi. Pero sa atin, why? Hindi naman lahat smoker.
So yun yung what we were trying to come up dun sa collaborations natin with other countries. Na-realize namin na yung type of lung cancer in the Western Hemisphere, in that side of the world, and yung type of lung cancer dito sa Asia region, it's very different. Number 1, we do see a lot of non-smokers po, unfortunately, no? So sa Western countries, mas common kapag smoker ka, magkaka-lung cancer. But here in Asia Pacific region, mas napansin natin na mas maraming non-smokers. So maraming possible factors na mag-play dyan. Pwedeng genetics, pwedeng number 2 culture or cultural practices. I think napag-usapan natin during the forum na dito sa part ng Asia, common yung nagluluto tayo indoors. There are still areas or parts of the country na indoor yung pagluluto, tapos gumagamit lang ng kahoy, no? And of course, can you na-imagine natin na yung usok, kung nagluluto ka indoor, syempre hindi siya lumalabas, pangit yung ventilation, and yung patients usually nalalanghap lang nila yung usok from indoor cooking. So I think that is a practice that is very common in this side of the world. Probably one of the reasons why mas marami sa ating non-smokers. Number 2, bakit mas maraming lung cancer or in other ways parang mas marami yung late stage or advanced disease na. I think malaking factor dyan is that marami dun sa mga pasyente sa atin late na nadadiagnose. No?
Yun yun di ba pag nadadiagnose yung cancer, parang stage 4, stage 5 na, parang late na talaga.
Late na. Kasi pag late stage, dun na lumalabas yung mga symptoms eh.
Okay.
So unfortunately, so very important yung pinag-usapan sa forum na yung cancer screening, so may screening. So siguro for other types of cancers, familiar na yung audience natin. No? Pag breast cancer, may mammogram. Kapag colon cancer, may colonoscopy. Pag lung cancer, meron tayo yung low-dose CT scan.
Okay.
So yun yung important na step na pwedeng gawin para malaman natin kung yung isang particular na person or tao mas-screen natin possibly for lung cancer. Mayroon kaming may tinatawag na criteria kung sino yung high risk na tinatawag na pwede mo ipa-screen for lung cancer.
Sa layman's term, so syempre alam natin yung ubo, basta pagdating sa lungs, ubo talaga yung unang nararamdaman ng tao, no? Pero just for the sake of our viewers at saka sa layman, paano nadi-differentiate ang TB at saka tuberculosis at saka lung cancer?
Okay. So I think question ni Sir kanina during the forum. So actually, to be honest, kung pagbabasehan lang natin yung symptoms, mahirap. Pag tinignan natin yung symptoms ng early symptoms ng lung cancer at ng tuberculosis, halos pareho po sila, no? Pareho silang usually may ubo. Pareho silang nangangayayat, yung mga pasyente nangangayayat. Possible din po na kapag umubo, may konting bahid ng dugo. Pareho yan nakikita sa kanilang dugo. I think yung very important na kailangan gawin ng mga patients, yung audience natin is that yung importansya na kapag may nararamdamang sintomas, kailangan magpakonsulta sa doktor. Kasi yung doktor ninyo, pwedeng makatulong, pwedeng makapag-prescribe ng anong test yung pinakamagandang gawin para malaman kung ito ba ay TB or hindi ito TB. So I think mas pinakamadaling solusyon doon is yun, makita kayo ng eksperto para matulungan kayo kung ano yung next na step na gagawin. Pero dahil sa umpisa, to be honest, mahirap ma-differentiate yung tuberculosis or lung cancer.
So hindi pwede mag-self-medicate?
We don't encourage self-medication kasi number 2, kung kunwari na infection siya, like, you know, tuberculosis ay dahil sa bacteria, so infection siya. So kailangan natin ng gamot laban dito. And kung lung cancer or bukol siya, iba rin yung entirely different yung magiging gamutan niya.
Doc, kasi from smoking, yung mga tao, nag-shift na to vaping.
Yeah.
And they said that yung vaping, mas marami siyang chemicals kaysa cigarettes.
Yeah.
So, but people, they do it for fun.
Yeah.
So, what can you tell our audience about vaping now?
Alright, so very controversial yung vaping, no? I know na I think marami rin sa mga gumagamit ng vape ngayon, ginamit nila to para maiwasan mo sigarilyo or parang way to lessen their exposure to smoke or their use of cigarette smoking. But marami ng pag-aaral, marami ng lumabas na mga kaso na maraming chemical, tama po, no, na nandun mismo sa vaping. And ang problema kasi dito, unlike for example smoking na hindi ka pwede mag-smoke sa certain areas, dito nabuwili yung mga tao na
kasi mabango.
Kasi mabango at pwedeng basically kahit indoor pinapayagan. I think yung second challenge dito with vaping is that we're seeing a lot of younger patients na nagve-vape kasi they think that it is harmless. Pero just to put things into perspective, actually kahit dati po yung paninigarilyo, nung una tong lumabas, hindi nila naisip na magkakos siya ng cancer. They think that it's a very harmless thing to do. Pinapayagan pa nga yan dati sa mga aeroplano dati, no? Wala siyang limitations kasi hindi nila alam back then na nagkakos pala siya ng cancer. It only took around decades, no? 2 to 3 decades, 20-30 years before they realized na yung smoking pala ay nagkakos ng cancer. So ang fear namin as health professionals ay siguro ngayon di pa natin alam kasi wala pang lumalabas na mga kaso, pero baka in the next few years baka dumami yung kaso ng lung cancer na hindi natin alam, baka mamaya related to vaping. So for me, ang simple lang din ako mag-isip, no? Imagine mo yung vape chemicals, usok, pinapasok mo rin siya sa katawan mo. So, basically, almost the same as concept as in smoking. So, siguro as much as possible kung may iwasan, better. And I have talked to some of my friends in pulmonology, no? Dinidiscourage nga nila na gamitin siya as parang way to stop smoking. Na hindi siya alternative to smoking kasi meron din siyang potential na risks. And today, this summit, nagkaroon din ng Philippine Declaration on Lung Cancer. So since isa kayo sa mga movers, what can you say about this movement? Alright, so unang-una po tuwang-tuwa tayo na meron na tayong platform for this, no? So para sa kaalaman ng inyong audience, yung November is Lung Cancer Awareness Month. So, ito yung opportunity namin para ipaalam sa mas maraming audience kung ano yung lung cancer, paano ito maiiwasan, at kung ano yung pwedeng gawin just in case meron na kayo. So, for me, sana ang kausap ko nga yung ibang organizers ng event, sana this is just a start. Marami pa tayong pwedeng magawa at gagawin, no, para sa laban natin sa lung cancer. And I think yung isa sa mga importanteng pwede natin gawin after this is kailangan natin tanungin, kausapin, no, makipag-dialogo sa ahensya ng gobyerno para mas magkaroon tayo ng mas malaking suporta laban sa lung cancer. So, ngayon, currently, may Z-package from PhilHealth, no? Meron tayong mga Z-package for different types of cancers, no? 6 na cancer. Hindi pa kasama yung lung cancer sa ngayon. So, I know for a fact na nire-review na to ng government and hopefully, next year, kasi November na, no? So baka konting buwan na lang, isang buwan na lang. But hopefully next year, ma-approve na siya para magkaroon tayo ng Z-package. Ibig sabihin po, ng Z-package, may pondo po ang gobyerno para sa lung cancer. Simula sa pag-opera, sa gamutan, sa radiation, at sa buong aspeto ng paggagamot sa kanya.
So this is going to be an annual event na?
We hope that this will be kahit more than annual, biannual, or
quarter.
Kailangan kailangan, sabi nga namin, no, yung pakikipagdialogo at pakikipag-usap sa mga ahensya ng gobyerno, dapat dire-diretso siya. And naniniwala kasi ako na may pondo, kailangan lang nilang i-allocate, no, magkaroon ng alokasyon para sa lung cancer din.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Ken.
Alright.